one other gear question that something I know you're a big
Yeah.
fan of, and I'm a massive fan of.
Okay.
Porter and Davies. Like when I got one of those, BC2,
Life changing.
game changer. Yeah.
Yep. Life changing. Life changing.
So two kind of quick things if you could tie in. So what do you find so awesome about that? But also your settings, because I'm still, I've been experimenting with it just to find the optimal, sweet spot for that, because they're powerful. It could be, if you turn it too much, it's like a pneumatic drill to the head. But what's your kind of optimal sweet spot with that?
Well, okay. So just going back to your first question of why I use it, the feeling for me, the one thing I always want to hear when I'm on a gig is a kick drum. I don't have to listen to much else of the kit, but if I can hear the kick and it sounds really good, I'm really happy. And just the feeling, with your in-ears, you can have a sound, and it just feels like you're getting thumped. And the weird thing is, I don't know if you've tried this, if you play a load of kick drum notes while it's on and then turn it off, and suddenly your pedal feels like crap, doesn't it? It's like it feels terrible. And then you turn it back on, it's like, oh, that's how it's meant to feel. So that's why I use it. It just feels and sounds amazing. In terms of settings, the other thing is as well with some of these Devon songs where some of the really fast bass drums are towards the top end of my ability. If I don't have the Porter and Davies, I can't play the parts. I can't feel the feedback from the pedal well enough, and I can't play that fast. So it actually makes me play quicker, which is pretty cool. And in terms of settings, it's very easy with that to turn it really high up and go, oh, that feels great. But I found, especially when I'm playing the fast kick drum stuff, if you turn it up too much, it becomes a little bit too woolly, and the notes can kind of fall into each other. So I've generally on this tour been having the knob at about 11 p.m. on a clock face. And then if I was doing a gig where maybe it's just all single kits, I might go to about 1 p.m. and I'll put a slight boost on the second knob. I think, is it like the 60 hertz boost or something? I'll maybe put that to 1 p.m. So only subtly. But yeah, I found actually backing it off a bit works better for me than thrashing the hell out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like the way you explained that, I call it like, it adds vibe, because I'd tried everything to get the feeling of the bass drum, dead bass drum, plastic side of the beater, like a DW pedal that I love because they're visceral. But even with all that, it wasn't cutting it. And I remember it was the day after a gig in Nottingham, it was like, right, I'm going to get one of those Porter and Davies. And I went on eBay that night and found one, and I met a guy at a motorway truck stop the next day. Life's never been the same.
No, completely. It's the best investment I've spent my money on for being able to play the drum set. It really is. I think people don't understand till they try it out. And even if you're not using in-ears, it still feels great. Like if I'm just practicing in my studio, I'll have it turned on. In fact, I bought a second one. I bought a rack mount just to leave permanently in my studio so that I don't have to keep dragging my BC2 around.